The world watched today as Egyptians celebrated their revolution.
President Mubarak resigned after 18 days of anti-government protests, and now the military has taken over. Gloria Neal is down in the Interactive Help Center. Glow, history in the making, of course, and the impact might be felt all the way here in Colorado.
That is correct, Jim. And just what those implications are is a conversation that is taking place not just all across the city, but really all across the state. The Egyptian community in the metro area may be small, but they are rejoicing big time today, tonight, throughout the weekend. Many Egyptians living in and around Denver are very proud of the young people who started this anti-government movement by sending a strong and constant message to ousted Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak. Professor Shaul Gabbay is an expert on Middle Eastern affairs. He joins me here in the Interactive Help Center. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Roy. How are you?
I am good. It has been a phenomenal day. So much that if one world government sneezes, you know, it's the United States government will say, Gesundheit, bless you. We are all so interconnected, and that's how important this event is today. How much will Colorado be impacted by what took place in Egypt today?
Well, there's no question that economically, tomorrow morning, there's going to be an effect in regards to the price of gas. There is other implications which are even more important related to security. Remember, after September 11, Egypt was the most important ally that we had in that part of the world, and therefore our interests, our ability to collect intelligence, all of that has to do with what regime is going to be in place and to what extent it's going to be favorable to our interests.
Right, absolutely. You joined the conversation tonight when asked what are the implications for people in Colorado and the questions that you had for Shaul Gabbay. Steve asked, is there a chance for near-term stability, or will some Middle Eastern country provoke chaos and attempt to take over the country, or at the very least control the Suez Canal? Professor Gabbay, you know, who will take Mubarak's place? That's the big $25,000 question.
Absolutely, not just 25,000, much more than that. But you know, when President Mubarak was saying today is today, you have to move today.
Right.
You know, I was sure that there is someone who is just going to come out, and that's where the person is going to get the reins of the government in Egypt. Right. We don't know what is going to happen, but at least for the transition period, we know that the military now is in control, is trusted both by the population as well as Mubarak himself. This was a deal that Mubarak accepted from his loyal military, and at least for the next few months, if not years, right, it will be the military who will be responsible for the transition. They already suggested that they're not going to be the government, right, but they're going to create a situation where a democratically elected government will be in place.
Deidre asked this question. She says, tourism so important to Egypt. How soon will that return to normal? And when I read that, because so many people I know have gone over to Egypt, tourism is a very, very big economic boost for that country.
Tourism is the most important industry in Egypt. It has been affected tremendously. It will basically be dependent on how on-the-ground issue will be solved and to what extent the perception within tourists that would like to visit in Egypt will be confident enough that what is happening on the street is still secure. And I believe that in the next few days already we will see tourists and business people and those who left Egypt in the last 2 weeks will return to Egypt.
Wow. Well, it has been phenomenal to watch, no question. So we will definitely have you back here.
It will be an honor.
Thank you so much. Professor Shaul Gabbay. One thing is true, though. This is the first time in history where the internet is credited with being a major weapon in a revolution. Karen and Jim, back to you all.
Fascinating, and thanks to Shaul as well. Thanks, Gloria.
Tonight's top stories are next.